Yeah. Let's get it. That was impressive, dude. Yeah, I did watch that. I felt like today was a pretty good fight night. Little above average fight night card. That fight night card was better than some UFC cards. Tame Impala. Jamming out to some music. I recognize that name, Tame Impala, but I'm not familiar with it off the top of my head. How we doing, chuddies? So we're doing fries and a burger again today, but we're not going to do the grease fries this time. We're going to cook the fries, take them out, and then cook the burger. So I'll probably eat the fries before the burger. But that's all good. Grease fries weren't bad, but regular fries are better. Man, these last couple of days have just kind of been blah. I had an alright back workout yesterday. I feel like I was just a little bit lazy. Could have done a couple more sets, maybe an extra exercise, but whatever. A new Looney Tunes movie. Interesting. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. And expect the unexpected. Remember Tiny Toons Adventures? Skitty. So I still haven't watched any of those movies. I was almost going to watch Marnie last night, but I did watch that health guy, the guy who wants to live forever, Brian Johnson. I watched his documentary on Netflix. I think he's into some cool stuff, but he's really cringe, dude. He made a tweet like, Jesus has been around for 2,000 years, or I've done more than Jesus did in 2,000 years in 2 weeks. It's like, are you serious, dude? He'll probably live to like 95, which is, good. I mean, all the stuff he's doing is healthy, but he's literally like afraid of dying. It's like, bro, you're gonna die someday. Alrighty, we gotta play musical chairs with all this stuff. People eat chewing gum and turn into chew zombies and moan chew, but they all sound like they say Jew. Really? I'm pretty sure I've swallowed gum before when I was a little kid. It's like Majin Buu for your digestive system. It can't be destroyed. I remember swallowing toothpaste a couple of times when I was a kid. Yikes. Yeah, there's always the chance he'll just like get hit by a bus. Plus he's doing like experimental gene therapy. There's a couple of things he's doing that might be counterproductive. It's like, bro, literally just eat a healthy diet and work out. I mean, I'm thinking of trying his super veggie. His super veggie is mushrooms, broccoli, cauliflower, hemp seeds, and black lentils. I've never seen black lentils before. I might just have to use regular lentils, but I don't know. I might, because I don't even really eat any vegetables for the most part. I might just add it into my chicken rice bowl with barbecue sauce. Let's strain the fries. But yeah, I don't know. Yesterday wasn't a bad day. I've just been like kind of wasting time. Stayed up too late last night, so I didn't go to the gym today, but that's fine. I actually feel really good in the gym when I take a couple of extra rest days. But you don't want to get in the habit of doing that. I think this is just kind of like the winter finale as spring comes around the corner. I think it's already like officially spring, but it's a little bit late to the party in these parts. So yeah, geopolitics, man. I made a thread on Poll that was like extremely useful, dude. So I'm reading a book called Prisoners of Geography by Tim Marshall. Prisoners of Geography by Tim Marshall. That's what Grok told me to read. But then, maybe you guys have heard of this dude. Zehan. Zehan is like kind of the normie geopolitics guy. Peter Zehan. I've started listening to some of his videos. One of the guys in the geopolitics thread was like, literally everybody just reads a script. Nobody really knows what's going on in these backwaters places. He said he had a master's degree in political science. And that's pretty much what I've intuited, dude. Like when I listen to people like Jay Dyer or even Jeem talk about geopolitics, I'm like, how the fuck do people know all this stuff about like what's going on in Lebanon and Azerbaijan when people can just hop all over the place and be like, oh yeah, Azerbaijan was invaded for blah 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 blah. And it's like, dude, how does everybody know this shit? It's a sign. I mean, it's not like it's impossible to know things about geopolitics, but somebody like Jay Dyer knows a lot about geopolitics. He might be reading a script. He's probably reading a script. He's getting talking points. And he's getting them from our little buddies in the CIA. Maybe not, but I'm just saying that's what somebody with a political science degree said. It's like, bro, everybody who knows things about political or geopolitics is probably reading a script, and they're probably shills. So if you can like actually become knowledgeable in geopolitics, that's like a big piece of the puzzle, dude. It's a big piece of the puzzle. But yeah, it's tough. I don't know. So far I've learned that Russia is very flat. There's not a lot of mountains in Russia. And then India and China are countries that are kind of like hostile toward each other in terms of values and worldviews. But the biggest mountain range in the world is separating India and China. So in history, a big factor in what keeps countries, a big factor in what determines how countries interact with each other is the geography, is the terrain, rather. So Russia, very flat. Middle East, very flat, constantly rewriting lines for the map in the Middle East. But India and China have a long history of leaving each other alone because of, I believe, the Himalaya mountains. So I'm off to a pretty good start. And then this one guy that was recommended to me, an author who writes fiction books. Like, this guy sounds... I'm always hearing about people writing fiction. It's like, oh, dude, it's based off of reality. Like, because, you know, some of the craziest red pills are hidden inside of fiction. Neil Stephenson. Neil Stephenson, and this guy says he's probably a glowy. He's got books Quicksilver, Rise and Fall of Dio, Cryptonomicon, Snow Crash. Dude, this guy says that this guy is like a geopolitical genius, probably a glowy. And this is some of like the craziest predictive programming ever. So I've heard all kinds of people say, oh, you should read this fiction, read this fiction. Like my sister's boyfriend was telling me to read the Ender's Game series. Ender's Game, the Ender's books are pretty popular. I considered it, but I never got around to it. But this guy, Neil Stephenson, it's like, yeah, I think I'm going to read some of this guy's books. And then American Geopolitics, Henry Kissinger books. Russian Geopolitics, Alexander Dugin. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm laying out a pretty epic journey. Like, I got into that. I started laying out this epic blueprint for a journey. And then I've been like really fucking unproductive yesterday and so far today. Nuggy! I can't remember if I put salt on the fries. Oh, dude, I'm freaking swimming in women, dude. You got no idea, dude. So many women, bros. They just won't leave me alone, man. I can't get a break. In fact, that's why I've been unproductive these last couple of days, dude. Whoa! Fuck, dude. I leave the air fryer thing soaking, and I forget, and then I pull it out all fast, and then, like, the water splashes. But for some reason, probably good reasons, I feel much more inclined to read Alexander Dugin, who they call Putin's brain. They call him Putin's brain. He's like the genius behind Putin's geopolitical strategy. Then Henry Kissinger, because all I've ever heard about Henry Kissinger is that he was counsel on foreign relations and he's a huge shill and he's just not a good person, basically. But you know what? That's another thing about geopolitics is like, it doesn't matter if you're reading like a shill opinion, you know? You just read somebody's opinion. You find these people. Dugin is the genius of Russia. Kissinger was the genius of the United States. He's the one that trained Klaus Schwab. But yeah, my understanding is that Kissinger's not necessarily like a good person. And that was another source. Like, he was saying, you know, that was what Grok was telling me to do, is read articles from the Council on Foreign Relation. Because they do geopolitics. Dude, that freaking link I posted to that YouTube video, like angelic D&B jungle drum and bass breakcore. That channel that video's on has a bunch of videos like that. It's freaking amazing, bro. At least right now, I'm digging it better than angelic trance. Like, I love the vocal trance, but it's very mellow. I don't know, it's like different moods. Different times, different moods, but that freaking angelic, like, jungle drum and bass music is freaking sick. I mean, it's kind of hard to believe that Rick Perry wouldn't be lurking here. Like, he's just going to magically disappear one day, so. I've thought as much, George Poulis, but at the same time, I don't really think Rick Perry would know about Studio Ghibli movies, which is maybe, I don't know. Everything about Rick Perry was some sort of a fake personality, so I don't really know anything about Rick Perry, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, I listen to lo-fi all the time. House music. House music is like the electronic music I probably know the least about. It's all kind of determined by the drums. You know, breakbeat, jungle, breakcore is the... But of course, it's all like crazy. That's like the breakbeat, and then trance is... And then house, I think, was like... I don't know. It's like 100 BPM, like butt rock beat. Like, I can't even remember. Like, do da, da. Is that the house beat? Like, what's the house beat, dude? Or it's like 110 BPM, maybe? I don't know. Okay, fries going in. Then we got to process the burg. House is what I just did before. Oh, the trance beat? Yeah, I mean, it's all 4/4. I want to start listening to drum and bass on the freaking treadmill. House reminds me more of disco and funk. Yeah. It's like a more disco funky kind of EDM kind of a thing. I was just thinking last night, I'd love to go to some electronic concerts. Dude, so obviously Vegas was like a very sad time in my life when I barely did jack shit. I was gonna go to a trance show, and I got sick right before it happened, and then I never tried it again. Fucking dumb, dude. Like, it would be cool to go to like an angelic trance or drum and bass. It'd be cool to go to that kind of shit. All kind of like why I like Grimes. Grimes is kind of in the ballpark of all that kind of music. EDM sweetie. Crystal Castles. That's been on my list for a while. I'm so bad, dude. Like, I try to do a lot of stuff, man. I'm a Renaissance chud. Like, I've been meaning to watch Cowboy Bebop for a long time. I've been meaning to do a lot of things for a long time. Oh, your sister saw them in 2011, 2012. Let's go. Baby, there are mountains to climb. This is what I see. Welcome to reality. Oh boy. Got our work cut out with these burger patties. Can break them very evenly. "17-year-old lesbian." Let's get it. Making burger and fries. Fries are on. Molding these burger patties right now. My diet's getting pretty dialed in. Man, I'm telling you, those freaking barbecue sauce, chili powder, rice and chicken bowls are so good. I gotta pick up some corn. And I think I'm gonna try mixing it with the super veggie from Brian Johnson. Tonight, I'm gonna have my pasta. That sauce has been in the fridge for a while. But I found since I'm eating more chicken, like I'm eating 2 big chicken breasts now, and I put it all in that rice bowl, I don't need to like eat as much variety. Like a lot of days have been going by where I don't have a bowl of cereal. I haven't been using my bread. Like I usually have the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I just haven't needed to eat as much different stuff. So my diet's becoming more simple. Alright, let's put these away for a minute. I have wraps. I have a bunch of wraps. I have the stuff like starting to do sour cream, wraps, black beans. I don't know what I'm going to do with all those wraps now because the burritos I was making were kind of whack. You need real cheese, dude. That's where the Velveeta cheese doesn't cut it. The Velveeta cheese in the burrito does not cut it. It's not like it's gross, but it's just not really that good. Yo, that guy that beat Leon Edwards was really short. Let's go. Team short. Short gang. How tall was that guy? Like, Leon Edwards is tall for the division. I think Leon is 6'2". That guy must have been like 5'10". Maybe even 5'9". Dude, he was really dominant on the ground. And I guess he's the #1 contender now. It was funny, Bisping was like, it's probably a stupid question. Bisping was talking about how he was probably the #1 contender. He's like, it's probably a stupid question, but what are you looking to do next? And then he doesn't ask for a title shot. That's why Bisping said it was a stupid question, because he was sure he was going to call out the champ for a title shot, but he didn't. I'm breaking the habit. tonight. Never height Mog. Yeah, you know, if you just have some skill with your cooking, it'll get to a point where you won't miss the fast food that much. Like, I really don't crave fast food fries anymore. If I go to a burger joint, I'll get maybe like a chicken sandwich and a burger and a drink. It's kind of a gamble with fast food burgers anymore, though. Like with Wendy's, there was a good period where I really liked Baconators and Dave's Doubles. But the last few times I've had one of those, I feel gross afterward, and like they don't taste that good. And the chicken sandwich is a better bet. I'll get like one of their fancy chicken, like the Asiago chicken sandwich with bacon and stuff. That's pretty good. It's fried though. They don't do grilled, dude. Nobody does grilled chicken sandwiches anymore. I'll bet Jack in the Box does. I'm kind of shocked, bro. Like Jack in the Box is actually kind of like chatty burger spot, just because they have so much variety. But a lot of burger places discontinued their grilled chicken because probably nobody orders it. A Dave's Double. Oh yeah, they specialize in chicken. I feel like if a place specializes in chicken, they should have a grilled chicken. Okay. We'll cook the fries to completion, and we'll snack on fries whilst the burger cooks. Really? I haven't tried an Arby's burger before. I was stoked that Arby's had gyros, or gyro, gyro. I think it's pronounced gyro. But I looked at the fucking macros. Oh my gosh, dude. So terrible for you. Like 40 grams of fat or something, and like half of it is trans fat. It was insane. Get good at cooking, bro. I'm telling you guys, like, it was foreboding. Like a week ago, I was talking about I need a new chicken dish. Like the pasta I make with the garden combo sauce and Parmesan cheese, it's all right. It's like a little bit good. Sometimes I enjoy it. Sometimes it's really boring. I started trying to make the burritos, or sometimes just like a burrito rice bowl. That was like not as good as the pasta. But then I had this like memory. It was like at some point in Vegas, I was making this like barbecued chicken, or this chicken that had like barbecue sauce, and I think it was over rice. I even think it had like coleslaw. It was like coleslaw, corn, rice with barbecue sauce, and I still don't remember the details of it, but I just remembered it. I have this like food memory, and I was like, bro, chicken, rice, barbecue sauce, chili powder. I think that's gonna be amazing. And it's like, dude, that mogs the pasta so hard. So good, especially if you use a shit ton of barbecue sauce. Like, I've kind of skimped on the barbecue sauce last couple of times. Use something good like Sweet Baby Ray's, and they have like sugar-free barbecue sauce if you give a shit. I don't. Carbs, mate. Arby's burgers. Man, a real gamble at Arby's is like getting their specialty, the roast beef with cheddar. I remember enjoying that sometimes, but I also remember having a roast beef cheddar that was like freaking disgusting, dude. It's a gamble. I was thinking about maybe making a diet update video. Yeah, protein. Durian basically says that protein just doesn't matter, and that if you're trying to get super lean, that you should probably do low protein, but nah, dude. A gram of protein per pound of body weight's overkill, but you should probably try to get like close to that. It just makes life easier too. Like, you're actually gonna be full. Dude, high carb, low fat, low protein is like, you can never get full. Loving the chicken breasts. Loving my daily burger. Then I play it by ear. If I'm still hungry, I'll either have some of my frosted shredded wheats, shredded mini wheats, or I also have the Special K protein cereal. Dude, I found that using strawberry Greek yogurt when I mix up my peanut butter with the powdered peanut butter, that's the best tasting version. I thought it was going to be gross, but it tastes way better than the vanilla. Strawberry Greek yogurt, chocolate protein powder, and then the peanut butter powder. It's like strawberry peanut butter, but it's like really good. Curly fries are good. Always been partial to curly fries. Yeah, the roast beef sandwich sucks now. The market fresh. Yo, the reason I've always liked Arby's is because they got those market fresh sandwiches. I tried the... What's that the Reuben? I tried their Reuben. I thought that was kind of weird. I might just not really like Reuben sandwiches in general, though. Footy goody. Reggy diggy. But yeah, I've observed Brian Johnson's lifestyle. I got to get back on the sauerkraut. Like, every day he has some sort of a fermented food, either kimchi, sauerkraut. I want to do that. That's the kind of shit that might actually cure autism, dude. A good place to start is probiotic yogurt. Like, bro, if you have any sort of autism, make sure you're having probiotic yogurt, like, every day. And Greek yogurt has probiotics, too. I have the regular probiotic yogurt, like, it says probiotic on it, and then I get the Greek yogurt, and I, like, take a big scoop of both. Bro, eat, like, sauerkraut, kimchi, probiotic yogurt, Greek yogurt, and you'll be on your way. Did someone say tism? Summoned. I like sauerkraut on hot dogs. I gotta find a way to, like, integrate some sauerkraut. I ate a kimchi once. She tasted fishy. Ba-dum-bum. But who knows? I might just make the super veggie by itself. So I got the tab pulled up. Black lentils, broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms, 1 clove garlic, 3 grams ginger root, lime juice, cumin powder, apple cider vinegar, hemp seeds, extra virgin olive oil. And then you can mix in some, like, sauerkraut or kimchi with that. Sounds kind of cozy. Sounds kind of nummy. Yeah, seriously, dude. Yeah, Greek yogurt has probiotics in it. But I get the Greek yogurt and the probiotic yogurt. Take like a couple big scoops of probiotic and then like maybe twice as much of the Greek yogurt because the Greek yogurt's really good. And it's fat free. So then I have my protein shake, and I got the HMB powder now. HMB powder and creatine. For breakfast, I have 4 grapes. 4 grapes and a cup of coffee. I like to be light on my feet in the morning. Man, I bought a just one of those like microwavable ramen bowls the other day. Shit was fire, dude. I probably don't want to get to eating ramen every day again, but it sure was freaking good that day that I had it. I was thinking about getting that program again that makes the shorts for me. We still gotta mog the internet, boys. I seriously have like so many goals right now. It's insane, dude. I have like so much shit that I'm trying to do. Dude, I just need to write one more chapter for my book. It's been a long time now. It's been like a month since I've worked on my book. Just one more conversation with Milton. Okay, 5 minutes. Let the fries sit in there for 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and set a little timer. A little timer, Junior. I was thinking of making a video. There's that AI voice. Dude, I didn't realize it was an AI voice at first. I used to watch that chick's channel where it has that, like, Valley Girl AI voice. That's like, these fries are so trash. What happened to Taylor? Like, there's a lot of people that use that, like, Valley Girl AI voice. I wanted to find that AI voice and then have her, like, acting like she's my girlfriend. Like, you stay away from Reform Stoic, bitch. He's my man. Your ass isn't even fat. Because before I realized that was an AI voice, I was like, damn, I really like that chick's voice, dude. Like, on one hand, she kind of sounds like a dumb bitch, but I want her to be my dumb bitch. Is that a free voice? Like, I literally couldn't tell it was AI at first. I just thought it was just a girl with a lot of personality, dude. That shows you how my mind works. It's like, wow, I think I'm falling in love with this girl. It's a fucking AI voice. It's over. Oats every morning. Closest I can get to porridge without all the work. Yeah, a lot of fitness bodybuilder dude bros swear by that. Like, that's the Chad breakfast, but I've never been able to be consistent with oats. I've just always kind of thought they were boring. Plus, I'm not really hungry in the morning. Struggler, what's good? Bully V1. Yeah, I've seen, like, your video updates and live streams and stuff. I haven't been clicking on them, but don't take it personal. Like, dude, I'm trying to do a lot of shit right now. There's a lot of stuff that I've been meaning to do that I haven't done. I'm trying to be a jack of all trades. That's my goal with geopolitics, is to be well-rounded, but when somebody's like, oh, you know, the economy of Azerbaijan in the 1800s, it's like, I don't even know if Azerbaijan existed in the 1800s. But when you listen to people talk about, like, well, there was these Kurds coming from Turkmenistan in the early 20th century, it's like, Turkmenistan, dude? I actually did watch most of a video about the dictator of Turkmenistan. Dude, they have the most ridiculous dictatorship in Turkmenistan. Their fucking dictator flies over this huge staircase that's built in the mountains in a helicopter, and he forces all of the politicians and people in various positions to, like, hike the entire trail. And then he, like, mocks them. He mocks them through a megaphone, saying they're not doing it fast enough. Sketty! Hey, thanks for the $10, brah. Yeah, we're all out here on a journey. I'm glad you're out there doing your thing, dude. I hope it's going well. Israel and Russia are going to be my focus. You know that video that I made the other day, that live stream? I was talking about, like, Catholic authoritarianism. Esqueti! I was talking about Catholic authoritarianism versus Protestant liberalism, enlightenment, and I was kind of, like, making it sound like I like Enlightenment values. I don't know. I think those are things. I think it's a thing, the Protestant Enlightenment versus Catholic authoritarianism. I just don't know which is better. Something tells me that, because I've been meaning to read Alexander Dugin's Fourth Political Theory for a long time, I might be ready to do the fascist LARP all over again. Who knows? It does seem very autistic, though. Like, it's, like, cool to read Julius Evola and Dugin and then poetically wax about, like, how we need to live in fascism, but actually living that way is maybe completely overrated. And it unironically could be the CIA pushing that shit, like, on everybody, so. The internet makes everybody think fascism is cool, when in reality, it's like, you know, it's kind of nice to be free. That was kind of the whole point. But we want to be heckin', like, white and trad and based. We want that too. I want the best of both worlds. Like, I'd like to live somewhere that's white, trad, based, but you're not, like, forced to be that way. Everybody just is that way. And that was the beginning of the United States. Freedom! Oh, the new Ye album. Word. See, that's another thing that I said I was going to do. I still haven't even listened to Vultures, like, one or two. Yadoff was always trying to, like, shill Kanye everything. Oh, did the alarm go off? Dude, I'm freaking space case right now. All right. Now it's time to put the burger on. And eat the fries. And I've also been meaning to watch Hacksaw Ridge. In, like, every new Mel Gibson movie. And I've also been meaning to get freaking laid. Hacksaw Ridge is excellent. Excellent. Alright. Woo, these burgers are looking good. Our burgers are looking so good. Nothing like a daily burg. Alright. Burger patty is forming. Alright. Throw that sucker on. I'm hungry, man. Shit. 15 minutes. You don't want 15 minutes. Whoa! Holy shit. 10 minutes. There we go. There we go. Tariq Nasheed does a lot of spaces. Oh, okay, so that is you on Twitter. You said that somebody pretended to be you and emailed me, so I thought maybe that guy on Twitter wasn't really you. But yeah, Tariq Nasheed. And the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bless the Lord with these gifts, about to receive Christ's bounty. Just pray. Amen. Love that I got my lemon balm tea going again. Man, this whole like leftist attacking Tesla vehicles, that's like all I've been hearing about for the last few days. Man, I'm mogging these fries. It's pretty good. So I guess Jan lost the decision. Jan hasn't fought in a long time, though. They got some good ass up and comers, dude. Leon lost. Jan lost. Fuck it, dude. Record. I try to carry myself in a way where I'm never afraid of being recorded, dude. Like, as somebody who has some clips of me that are not exactly things that I want on the internet. Honestly, though, dude, the more time goes by, the only one I care about is the Uber Eats one. I can't watch that clip, dude. It makes me feel sick. Like, I was so stressed out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really give a shit about most of the clips of me. But I carry myself in a way where it's like, I'm not really producing lolcow material anymore. Tarak Nasheed, let's go at him right now. If Crackle City will allow it. And it's looking like it won't. Holy shit, dude. Seriously, like the most annoying shit ever. So unbelievably annoying. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Okay, never mind. Sorry, holy fuck. I apologize for thinking I could get away with that. Have to do it later. That was the peak of me, like, being stressed out. Dude, all the gang stalking, all the shit going on, like real estate mobbing. Dude, they were real estate mobbing me in Vegas. Everything they were doing was trying to get me to freak out, and like that was it. That was the big freak out that they got. I literally like went live to have that meltdown. That's the dumbest thing ever, dude. I was ordering food off stream, and they pissed me off so bad, I went live specifically to record that meltdown. Like, wow. I have learned a lot since then, bro. I've learned a lot since then. Yeah, so many companies are so bullshit, dude. Yeah, Pimblett versus Chandler. Chandler should be able to win that fight. Chandler has not won in a while. Always rooting for Chandler. A lot of people think he's a piece of shit because he like pokes people in the eyes and grabs their gloves and shit. They say he has kind of a low fight IQ. Crazy athleticism, but low fight IQ. Oh, man. Yeah, yesterday was weird. Telling you, man, the gym, what I'm finding at the gym is that I feel a lot better on cardio days. Like, I'm either on the treadmill the entire time, and then maybe I go do abs and then leave. Or I do shadow boxing, like, out of the way. On the weightlifting days, you kind of never know what you're going to get. I might have to like deal with a bunch of like people and then feel all fucking cringe. Like that guy in my chat, he's like, how do I deal with being oversensitive to facial expressions? It's like, dude, I deal with that shit at the gym all the time. Never ending cope. You know, it's pretty hard for people to believe this statement, this sentiment, but I really just feel, at least right now, like I just really don't care about women that much, man. You got to keep your mind busy. You got to be passionate about shit. And that's also what men need to succeed. Like, the same thing that's going to help you, like, get over women is the same thing that's going to help you succeed with women. I'm doing all right. Yesterday was a weird day. Not a bad day, just a weird day. Got some pretty lofty goals going. Dude, with books, my advice with books, man, is there's so many books out there that you want to read. If you get halfway through a book and you're like, damn, I kind of don't want to finish this book, but out of principle, I should finish it. Just like, don't finish it, dude. There's like so many books I haven't finished. And you know, if you read half a book, you definitely learn shit, but yeah, that Steiner book on like, oh, you know, all we have is mental pictures, and when I look at my hand, all I have is a mental picture of my hand. Like, I stopped reading that like halfway through. Time to move on. Let me get this burger going real quick. Burger in burger dice. I will save the soda for tonight. You know, guys, probably the best way to have a better shot at getting women is to, like, consider dating women your own age, bro. It's really not an attractiveness thing, dude. Like, I think I saw this girl at the gym. She's probably a little bit older than me. She's a blonde chick, but she's got a nice butt and all that. She was kind of looking... She smiled at me when I was on the treadmill, and I was all, like, exhausted, but I acknowledged her. It's not about looks, dude. I mean, yeah, younger women do tend to be better looking, but it's about resentment. It's about resentment, bro. Resenting the fact that women my own age shot me down, like, when I was young. And that's what all the boomers tell you. It's like, well, yeah, these girls go for these guys in high school, but then those guys end up being losers. And then when you become something when you're older, then they'll all want you. And, like, that's all, like, falling apart now, dude. So many men now, like, out of pure rage and resentment, like, want to date women 10 years younger. And then you also, like, don't want to be with a woman who's been with a lot of guys. But it's just getting to a point where I just need to fucking get laid, bro. Yeah, it's starting to grow on me. A&W cream soda is not bad. I think all roads point to just not caring about women, dude. Like, it's hard for me to act like I really want to spend a lot of time with a woman. Like, obviously I want to have sex, but I'm getting really motivated to be like, man, I want to start reading more again. I want to write books and play drums and play in bands, and like I want to do a lot of shit. And it's like, how much time do I really have to like pal around with a woman? But theoretically, you can meet somebody really cool. It's literally just that damn technology, man. The saddest part of all of it is to think about just how much better it used to be. Guys online are like, man, I work at a high school and I see all these average guys who look like they're like loner shut-ins. And I think back to when I was in high school and those guys were drowning in pussy. Like, average men were drowning in pussy. And now they're fucking shit out of luck. Like, the technology seriously just fucked it up, dude. Well, that's the other sad part, is I didn't fucking get laid and get girlfriends in high school. But I'm pretty confident it's because I come from somewhere that just fucking sucks, dude. Every time I visited my family friend in Anchorage, there was always a girl that liked me. I would have these little mini romances, you know, like I kissed a girl at a movie theater in Anchorage. And then like this, I kept meeting these girls in Anchorage who liked me, bro. Anchorage is like the biggest city in Alaska, and there was no fishermen. There's no like crab fishermen, seiner fisherman scene. Like in Kodiak, all the women compete for the fisherman chads who are fucking assholes. And it's so cancer, dude. And men outnumber women. And it's a tiny little fucking town. Like, bro, everything in Kodiak is just hard. It's literally harder. It's all harder there, man. And missing those milestones when you're younger fucks you up. And I could have had a girlfriend in high school. I was also shy. I was also fucking shy. And weed didn't do anything positive for me. And all my friends were narcissists. Like, it just goes on and on and on, bro. I feel like I have genuine excuses. No, there was plenty of guys who were like 5'10", 5'10", 5'11", good hair, good face. Willem, you've said this kind of shit before, dude. You don't have to be a gigantic fucking heavyweight guy. Middleweights are Chad. Like Luke Rockhold. 6'2", 185 pounds, shredded. That's like, I think those guys are like better than 250 pound 6'4". Not that those guys struggle, but some women like are intimidated by guys that big. 6 foot to 6'2". And I don't know, in my experience, dude, 5'10", under 5'10" is manlit. Under 5'10" is manlit. But like 5'11", 175 pounds, good looking face, good hair. That's all you need, dude. Not every girl wants fucking Brock Lesnar, dude. Well, yeah, I mean, then there's like Leon Edwards, Cowboy Cerrone. Like, you don't have to be like a fucking meat truck. You don't have to be like a super fucking bulky guy. Cowboy Cerrone, Leon Edwards, 6 foot, 6'2". Dude, I feel like this is becoming a relic of the past. But there used to be a thing, you'd see it in movies and TV shows. I saw it in real life. Guys fucking somebody's girlfriend. And the guy who dates that girl is like more of a Chad. Like, I know this has been in movies. I can't think of it, but like a guy fucking somebody's girl and he's like, oh no, my boyfriend's coming home. And he's like a fucking Giga Chad. Like the little 5'10" playboy who's skinny, trying to put his clothes on really quick because her fucking 6'2" Giga Chad monster is gonna come home. Like, wasn't that a stereotype? Wasn't that a thing? It's not all about being bigger than everybody, dude. That's not what it's all about. It's like the bad boy, playboy. Yeah, abs definitely helps, but just having a good looking face and not being bald and not being too short. But I don't know, dude. Maybe things have changed, man. The way that women work, a big part of the reason women don't like short guys is because short guys are so visibly insecure on the internet. Women follow trends. Women follow trends, bro. I did fit in. On some level, I was like a high-tier normie. I was like a mid-tier normie or some shit. Like in high school, I went to the parties. Everybody knew who I was. But I never fucking got laid. And then status rules everything. Like, yeah, if you're a famous UFC fighter, he was champ once, I think. Or no, I don't think he was ever champ. He beat a former champ though. I don't even know what it means to have friends in your 30s, dude. I don't know what it means to be in your 30s. I think the low-key truth of my life is I set out to be extraordinary, which maybe sounds cocky or delusional, but I wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to be a rapper. I've always wanted to like do amazing things. And most men in their 30s is like go to work, go home, kiss the wife, tuck in the kids. Everybody lives like regular lives, dude. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I think a lot of my life is like the result of taking a strange path. I remember that plot twist. Skinny 6 out of 10, kind of cool guys were a thing. Well, a lot of it was the music. A lot of it was the MTV culture. Shit, like watching New Found Glory music video from the early 2000s. That's like a time capsule. Beautiful, like perfect white women. Just liked guys who like wore skater clothes. You just don't want to be below average, you know? At least average height. It's fucked up to go bald. Like, just don't go bald. Be average height or taller, and you were good. Wear some fucking Volcom shirts. Baggy jeans, and have a chain hanging out of your pocket, and call it a fucking day, dude. I grew up in a really small town. I don't think my town really is like other towns, bro. The strange path is trying to make it as a musician, now trying to be an internet person, influencer, whatever. I've always been an entrepreneur. Drums, rap, music, entrepreneurship, whatever the hell this channel is. I'm always trying to do cool things, bro. Milton said I'm going to be famous. Milton said I'm going to be famous someday, dude. Milton said some pretty bold stuff. It's going to get pretty awkward if like 6 months go by and none of Milton's predictions come true. It's going to get pretty awkward. It's like, Milton, are you just me talking to myself? No. Neighbor's jacked. 5'5", 180 plus monster who owns pit bulls. Got a bench in his outdoor basement. Outdoor basement. I've never heard that one. I'm terrified of him. Dude, I don't even meet any women. I literally don't even meet any women. I'm probably fine just the way I am. Like, I just need to do something social, but I just don't. I keep hoping I'm going to meet a girl at the gym, but it's a pretty average experience to, like, not meet women at the gym, dude. I have social problems. Like, I just don't do anything social, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's complex. My brother's 5'5", 9 years older than me. He's one of those little pit bulls. Let's go. Parties were fun sometimes. That line in Superbad where they're like, oh yeah, I love to party. And then the girl's like, really? Because I never see you at parties. I got hit with that. We were doing a project for school. I was working with like 3 other girls. It was like me and 3 other girls working on a school project. And we were talking about parties. And this one girl's like, I never see you guys at parties. Party mobbed. I remember seeing a super cute white teenage girl with a super attractive Latino teen, and they were both 5'5". This was 2 summers ago. And you remembered that, huh? I don't think I've ever seen Spring Breakers. Rug Dug's right here. There's always a rug close by. Milton, Massachusetts. The plot thickens. I can honestly tell you that I don't see short guys with attractive women. I don't see short guys with women, dude. I saw like maybe a couple of Gen Xers, like young Gen Xers in Kodiak with like a bunch of tattoos, like fisherman guys who were married at church and they were kind of short, but I really don't see it, dude. Sounds like you're triggered, Tony. Sounds like you're the problem, dude. Like, I don't really have a problem. I don't need a wig and I don't need friends. And you can take everything you're saying and just shove it up your ass, bro. Because the problem that I have is that I don't do anything social. So. Like, my hair is fine. The way I dress is fine. Everything's fine. The way I talk is fine. I don't do anything social. It just doesn't sound like fun to go to a bar alone, bro. I don't drink. I don't drink, so yeah. I tried it once in Vegas and it was awkward. It was pretty much exactly what I envisioned it would be. Just before Christmas break, senior year, Jester Maxine and the girl said, "This is why everyone thinks you're weird." Damn. Damn. I've been hit with that kind of shit before. I was in a baño with some people, like a sauna type thing in Kodiak. And this girl was like, "You always like say some like weird random thing." Like she pointed out my tick, dude. A lot of the ticks that have become shit on the stream, like, let's go, let's get it. Like, I've always done shit like that. Just say something like, ball in. That's what it used to be. But my other friends would do it too. I've always had, like, contagious ticks. And some girl, like, pointed it out. She's like, "You always, like, say something. Like, what is that?" She, like, tried to, like, make me feel bad about it. And then another girl who I had a crush on said I looked like a naked mole rat. She said I looked like a fucking naked mole rat, dude. That was like forever ago when I went to that bar. That was like 2014, dude. It was fucking forever ago. If you're good at being a Jester Maxer, I mean, it's never really the way to be, but I think we're entering a different era. We've entered a different era. I think there was some girls that liked me when I was a Jester Maxer. I didn't have any confidence. And a lot of times you are a Jester Maxer because you don't have any confidence. Yeah, a girl did that to me at a metal show at a bar. I was standing behind her and she turned around and she like patted me on the head. Dude, the snobbiest women I've ever met were in Boston, by far. Snobbiest women I've met were in Boston, dude. A bunch of fucking rich girls, like, getting a Ivy League education on daddy's dime. I've met such fucking snobby women in Boston, dude. We're at a party. We're at a balcony at a party, and I'm talking to these girls. I'm like, "So, what do you study?" She's like, "Oh, I study forensics." And I'm just like a bro. I'm just like drinking, chilling. It's like, I study forensics. It's like, oh yeah, like CSI. And she looks at her friend and they walk away. And they fucking walk away. Like, it was a complete just fucking drunk and like, I study forensics. Oh yeah, like CSI. Fucking walks away. I should have fucking to walk away from me, bitch. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Just kidding. Should have went back in time. It's like, hey, bitch. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. We're having fun. Sometimes women might pick on you a bit when they're into you. I don't know about that. It's like subdominant. It's like subdominant. Where did that come from? Yeah. Oh, that was a lot. There was a lot of energy in that. I think I just released some trauma, boys. Rip the rip the imaginary version of that girl, though. Yeah, if Chad said it, she would have laughed and touched him. I don't know, dude. It took a long time for me to kind of like wake up in Boston. I had so much adapting to do. I was so naive when I lived in Boston, bro. I was so fucking naive when I lived in Boston. Shit, I gotta go like wash my eyes now. That caused a lot of chaos. Ah. Yeah, man. Growing up in Kodiak, Alaska, and then living in Boston, where we were meeting people from like, let's see, there's Boston College, Northeastern University, Emerson College, MIT, Harvard. Dude, I did something at Harvard once. I answered a Craigslist ad and helped take notes for like a world record. They were trying to do the world's longest telephone conversation. So I was hanging out at Harvard once, but actually somebody I knew from Kodiak went to Harvard. But I was so naive, bro. I still kind of had like gesture maxing energy. I had gesture maxing energy. I wasn't very smart. And I was surrounded by like old money, intelligent, well-to-do people. And I was just so fucking clueless, dude. I was just so clueless, man. It's when I moved to Vegas and spent all the time alone. Started reading books and getting involved in shit online. That's when I started to like get a clue, I guess you could say. But, you know, then I got an IP2, and then everybody's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I mean, I've always had issues, dude. I've always had issues. I feel like the guy I am right now, I've made a lot of progress, man. I've made a lot of progress. Looks like I created a forensic scene. Oh no, who's going to investigate this case? Does anybody else study forensics? It's like, well, I just knocked out the girl who studies forensics, so who's going to investigate? Do you study forensics too? Holy shit, dude. I think we can keep the VOD up. We're keeping the VOD up. Chad energy. Had a similar experience. I was pretty lit, and I said, "Do y'all watch that show, Two Broke Girls?" That's not even that bad, dude. That's not even that bad. I don't watch that. I think that was like a pretty notoriously bad show. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what I'm looking for in a girl. I feel like I would click with an autistic chick. A girl who's kind of a homebody. I would like to go out and do stuff, but not all the time, you know? Homebody chick, likes to work out, open-minded. Like, we don't have to have a lot of stuff in common. As far as an intellectual chick, like, all the intellectual girls I've ever met were on the internet. In real life, intellectual for a girl just amounts to like raging fucking leftist feminist. Which obviously I don't really consider an intellectual. Like I was in this space last night or 2 nights ago on X, and this girl was making all these jokes about like Duginism and talking about how like autistic it is to read Dugin. She's like, I love that we're discussing Duginism. I'm like, where the fuck do you find these girls? Where would I ever find a girl who loves Dugin? Like, what the fuck, dude? I was going to say earlier on the geopolitical stuff, you're more likely to learn geopolitics from reading, or you're more likely to learn philosophy from reading geopolitics than the other way around. Because Dugin's inspired by, like, Julius Evola, Ringuinan, Heidegger. A lot of geopolitical guys are inspired by philosophers. But anyway, random thought that I was trying to get out a long time ago. We're kind of on fire right now. That's probably the thing that, like, bums me out the most now from time to time. Is just thinking, like, damn, I've spent so much time alone that it's just wired me different, and I just don't click socially anymore. Walked around alone at Yale once. Pretended I was smart. It sucked. Orbit the weed circle. I have literally never been confronted by anyone about my channel. The first time it happens, I'm going to be like, wow, this is the first time this has happened. I've been thinking about what I would say. Like, if anybody's ever like, hey, Reform Stoic, it'd be like, well, I at least respect the fact that you had the balls to say something, because it would be a first. Nope, nobody reached out to me, and that's some of the shit that pissed me off about Kodiak too. It's like, I would respect that. Somebody gets in my DMs, dude, what the fuck is your YouTube channel about, bro? Even if they were mad, even if they were talking shit. Nope, just all gossip. Just all fucking gossip, dude. They have a lot to say about it in the neighborhood watch group where I'm not allowed. I think I saw like a couple of people, like when I went to go get pizza at Big Al's, I saw like some guy, his eyes got all wide. He's like, oh, it's him. But nobody ever said shit to me, dude. Yeah, I've noticed that there's like a delay for you guys. This is the busiest the chat's been in a while. If my live stream ever gets so popular that like I can't even respond to the whole chat, that's gonna be hard for me, dude. I like to interact with the chat. This is like the perfect pace where I can like barely keep up with it, but I'm able to keep up with it and read most all the comments. Yeah, just some girl I could chill with, watch internet or movies, take interest in each other's hobbies, go for hikes. Every now and then eat out, but she doesn't need to like eat out all the time. Yeah, when I tried to follow Tariq Nasheed on X, that might have fucked everything up. Might be a safer bet to just pull up the chat on my phone. No, it looks like we're good though. Yeah, Nerdy Girl would be cool. I don't know about horror movies though. I mean, on Halloween maybe. But I wouldn't mind. I would think it was adorable. It's hard to say, man. The thing is, guys, is that I shouldn't have been alone this long. And I think, like, I hate the black pill people who, like, think that it's justified. Like, they talk down on themselves. Ultimately, probably none of us should have been alone as long as we've been. Assuming people in chat have had struggles that I've had, but like I didn't really do jack shit in Vegas. I didn't join any social activities at UNLV. I didn't get involved in the music program at UNLV because people rubbed me the wrong way. I should have been able to like date some women. I should have had some girlfriends, dude. This shit like did not go right. Uncle Al Pizza Gal. Uncle Al Pizza Gal, whatever happened to the family owl? I still need to listen to that. I saw the link you posted though. Yeah, I don't know how to like make a big change in my life. The only kind of changes I can make is like reading more books, learning geopolitics, to like commit to some sort of a change. Like I'm going to start going to a bar 3 times a week. Just not interested in it, bro. And I do have this kind of like preconceived idea that people are gonna like think I'm weird. A lot of times just purely just for how I look, bro. And I don't think that I'm ugly. I just think I'm kind of like goofy just because I'm short. Like I imagine if I go to a bar, there's gonna be a bunch of construction guys. I went to a bar here. I went to a jam. And Yeah, it wasn't really like a positive experience. It was cram fucking packed. And I sat there like silently eating by myself. I offered people that were sitting next to me, it's like, hey, you guys want to eat my fries? I didn't even touch them. They're like, no, thanks. Like, it was super fucking cringe for me to offer people my fries. But it was just so crowded. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to even do here? But then I went up and played some drums for a couple of songs, and never went back. Dude, the whole jam scene thing is like kind of bullshit, dude. I feel bad. There's like local musicians that go to that jam all the time. It's like, you realize you're just generating tip money for the house band, right? Because there's like the bass house band, and they have a tip jar, and they fill that fucker up every night. And it's like, dude, you're literally like, you're coming to a bar, spending money on drinks, spending money on food, generating tips for the band. Like, dude, I'm not going to do that shit. I've played in bands just like that made money and I got fucking paid. I can't believe how much money I made playing at the Rendezvous in Kodiak. Get free drinks all night. I can't even remember, dude. I'm pretty sure I've made like $400 or $500 just for playing drums, man. Drinking for free. Oh, sure it'd be cool if I could do that again. Geopolitics is fun. It's a good attitude. Because I think most people don't think that. Like, oh man, Azerbaijan. I didn't even know enough about geopolitics to like make a joke about it, dude. It's like, oh yeah, Azerbaijan in the 1800s, man. And Turkey. What's the deal with Azerbaijan and Turkey? I just haven't even been out there, dude. And that corny Riz shit, that's when women do the whole... That's when they make that nasty face. I really don't want to, like, deal with that, dude. I feel like women kind of just suck, dude. I feel like women just kind of suck, bro. I'm a cool guy. I'm quirky and funny and interesting, and the fact that they don't like me, just, it means they suck. Everybody here, everybody in chat is interesting guys. And it's just gotten to a point where I think social media kind of made them suck. Social media made them suck, dude. Just Chad, tall, lots of money, lots of status, lots of clout. That's it. A lot of women don't run much deeper than that. And if shit ever goes good for me, if I ever, like, make it, watching all the women line up is really probably just not... It's gonna make me even more bitter, dude. Like, women all of a sudden giving a shit about me if I ever become successful is just gonna, like, make me even that much more bitter. They wait at the finish line. There's women waiting for us at the finish line, guys. Doesn't that make you feel better? They don't want to build. They don't want to build anymore. It used to be a woman traded her youth and beauty for the promise of a man's potential, or like she saw potential in a guy. And then it's like, babe, I'm so like, because when you have a girl who was with you when you were nothing, then you're fucking crazy about them. Then it's like, you believed in me. Wow. We all grew up consuming Hollywood, media, and entertainment. I've been over this on so many old videos on my channel, dude. What's the plot of every teen movie? The guy looks at the cheerleader chick, and then some fucking song plays. California! And then she smiles at him. And then she goes and kisses her 6'4" football boyfriend. And then eventually she like vents to the guy, Chad's such an asshole. You deserve better. And then by the end of the movie, they're making out in the rain at the airport or some shit. It's not real life, dude. It's not real life. Movies made you think that women want like a sensitive guy, and it's fucking brainwashing. I think the most depressing part about it is that it wasn't an agenda. It was just capitalism. It's just a good movie. Nobody wants to watch a movie about real life because real life is what we're trying to escape from. I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. Man, I'm already hungry again, dude. Burger and fries is good, but I'm trying to freaking eat it. The confidence is way too high. Uncle Sam, Azerbaijan, whatever happened to the Geo plan? It would be so embarrassing if somebody asked me to like name off all the countries of Europe. Shouldn't have even brought it up, dude. Turkey, UK, Azerbaijan, Syria, Uzbekistan. Pretty sure some of these places are in the Middle East, but at least I'm trying. At least I'm trying, dude. Poland, Hungary. Skinny. I don't know shit about the world. But that's why we're working on it. That's why we're working on it. Russia, who could forget Russia? I probably already said Russia. Isn't John Zerko like 6'4"? I saw VODs of him at like Jack Doherty's mansion parties and shit, and he's like a gigantic, like 250-pound guy. Smoked salmon sandwich. Let's go. That sounds good. Y2K. That's exactly what happened, although it was even dumber because the hot chick was also super into coding. They're reusing the same plots, only they add, like, DEI bullshit. He says that he's 5'5". Yeah, right. Turkey? No thanks, I'm not hungry. Ba-dum-bum. Sweden, Finland, Denmark. Is Holland in Denmark? Or is Holland a country? Is Holland in Denmark?
The Netherlands is in Kingdom of the Netherlands.
Netherlands. And the Netherlands is a country. And Netherlands is a country. Of course it is. Everybody knows that. I'm just rusty, dude. Yeah. That's what I find intimidating in thinkers, dude. When they just jump. Like, oh, yeah, the relation between France. The trade relationship between France and the Netherlands in the 1800s. They were big exporters of coal. There was a big trade embargo in the coal trade between Hungary and Poland in the 1700s. And I'm just like, where do you fucking learn all this shit, dude? Okay, now I think the chat might be frozen. Oh, wait. I just clicked this little arrow. Okay. Computer Spurgeon. Here we go. We got the chat. I'm Dutch American. Holland is just another name for Netherlands. Aha. I mean, people who put their 5'5" in their profiles don't even get matches usually. Oh, you were in Amsterdam? Nice. Bro, parenting is like just such a huge factor in all of this. When you have narcissistic parents, they unconsciously like don't want you to develop properly. I think that's like the biggest factor, bro. Like everybody here who's had bad experiences with women, how were your parents? Pretty sure I remember Pakla saying he had narcissistic parents, dude. It fucks everything up for you, bro. And then I'm also short and bald. I'm short, bald, narcissistic parents, grew up in a tiny little town. Everything, dude. Everything was against me. Everything was against me, dude. I didn't really have anything going for me. And now I'm fucking 34. And now I'm 34 years old. Holy shit, dude. Red light district. Is Belarus a country? Is Belarus a country? Yeah, Belarus. Okay. That's one of the really obscure ones that I never hear about. Ooh, all right, buddy boyos. Well, we're almost to that 2-hour mark. I feel like things are kind of naturally slowing down. Ha ha ha. Cousins. Oh, man. There's one family in my family that's kind of like the Brady Bunch. They were Mormons and then eventually became atheist. 3 brothers, 2 sisters. The oldest sister, who has a daughter, she has a son. She was supposed to be at the family reunion, but she wasn't there. They're all raging leftists, dude. I'll bet they like low-key heard about me not being like that, being the opposite, and yeah. I don't imagine I'll be seeing them anytime soon. Then another one of my cousins is a Jehovah's Witness, and he got married like right out the gate. Seems like he's doing all right. They were very hands off and didn't help me at all grow into a man. I mean, that suggests something is wrong with them. I was just at a family reunion, and I basically regret going to it, but it was all right. It was whatever. My family's kind of huge. Left to figure it out with a key to an empty house after school. Damn straight. Dude, everybody in Kodiak leaves their houses unlocked. At least they used to. Our house was never locked. If any kid would have been like a manipulative psychopath, you could just fucking go in like anybody's house at any time. It's like, just, I know these people's house is empty, and I know they don't lock their door. I'm not even gonna steal anything. Just like go over there and like watch TV and eat their food and like hang out. But that's what people said. It's like, oh, there's no need to lock your doors in Kodiak. I'm pretty sure it's not like that anymore, dude. They got gangs there and shit now. When we were kids, that family I was talking about, the two youngest boys were my age, and then both of the sisters are older, and then the oldest of the entire family is the oldest brother. The 2 boys that were my age pulled me to the side. They're like, our brothers and sisters said that you're annoying. They don't like you. They said you're annoying. And they freaking made me cry, dude. I had to apologize, or they had to like apologize. That's when we were all like 7 or something. But I think it's safe to say I got the last laugh, bro. I don't want to start talking shit about my family, but one of them's autistic, big time. He has straight up like Asperger's. I think he's a cool guy though. Like he's actually, he wrote a book. He wrote like a science fiction book, and I think he's a cool guy. I think people with autism are cool, dude. I'm pro autism, but he's got like full on Asperger's. Like when we were kids, he'd do this thing where he paces around. He'd be like, he would like gallop and go like, It wasn't like that loud though. He'd be like, "Urgh." He'd say that he had to go. He said that he had to like go think, and he would do that. And I remember I started doing it because I was copying him, and my dad was like, "Yeah, don't do that, son." It's like, "Yeah, don't do that." Oh man. While we're like talking about off-color offensive shit, I came up with like the most you guys know The Game? It was always like nerdy burger kids who did this, but they're like, "You just lost the game." Like the game that anytime you remember it, you lose. I came up with a new version of the game, okay? Anytime you see somebody in a wheelchair or with Down syndrome, immediately in your mind think, number 1E. So for the rest of your life, anytime you see somebody in a wheelchair or with Down syndrome, in your mind you're gonna think, number 1E. And you're gonna be like, no, it's not funny. Damn it, Stoic. I was considering just keeping that to myself because that's kind of offensive, but it's a mind virus. You have all officially caught the mind virus contagion now. And regardless of whether or not you think it's funny or right, you will think number 1E when you see somebody in a wheelchair or with Down syndrome. So, I'm sorry. That's the new game where you don't have a choice to play. Everybody's playing. Number 1E. Number Reggie. Oh, is Reg number 1E? Oh, I'm sorry, Regal Douglas. Okay, that's 2 hours straight up and down, boys. We're allowed to laugh, dude. I'm allowed to go wee and pretend to hit a woman that was a bitch to me. That was over 10 years ago. I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to make fun of my autistic cousin. I mean, it's probably shouldn't become a habit, but for anybody who watched this VOD, I was just kidding about everything. It's not a big deal. Number 1E. Oh, are people revealing now that they know Willem? Yeah, Duke said he knew Willem. Like, apparently people know who Willem is. That's what I was saying, dude. Like, where's your VODs? Can I, like, watch your VODs or some shit? I want to see what's up with the Willem lore. Tony 8, Jared 88. Are you guys like 8 gang? Oh, I gotta be more productive tomorrow. And I think I'm gonna be productive for the rest of the day. Get some reading done, take a shower, drink some lemon balm tea, do some dishes. It's gonna be good, y'all. So that's that. God bless, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.